Endurance is one of the most difficult disciplines, but it is to the one who endures that the final victory comes. Don't pray for lighter burdens, but for stronger backs. It does not matter how slowly you go, so long as you don't stop. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. To be even-minded is the greatest virtue. We should always be asking ourselves, is this something that is or is not in my control? If you have assumed a character beyond your strength, you have both played a poor figure in that and neglected one that is within your powers. The trial you encounter will introduce you to your strengths. Remain steadfast, and one day you will build something that endures, something worthy of your potential. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Skillful pilots gain their reputation from storms and tempests. Man conquers the world by conquering themselves. Live as brave men, and if fortune is adverse, front its blows with brave hearts. It shows a brave and resolute spirit not to be agitated in exciting circumstances. Rule your mind, or it will rule you. Adversity has the effect of eliciting talents which, in prosperous circumstances, would have lain dormant. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. We must take a higher view of all things and bear with them more easily. It better becomes a man to scoff at life than to lament over it. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. The future bears down upon each one of us with all the hazards of the unknown. The only way out is through. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Do everything as if it were the last thing you were doing in your life. Ask, why is this so unbearable? Why can't I endure it? You'll be embarrassed to answer. Many can brook the weather that love not the wind. Long is the way and hard that out of hell leads up to the light. Little strokes fell great oaks. The harder the conflict, the greater the triumph. Nothing can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal. Nothing on earth can help the man with the wrong mental attitude. As soon as you trust yourself, you will know how to live. Enjoy when you can, and endure when you must. Little minds are tamed and subdued by misfortune, but great minds rise above it. Adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. Our strength grows out of our weaknesses. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Nothing can resist a human will that will stake its very existence on its purpose. The men who learn endurance are they who call the whole world brother. Reflect upon your present blessings, of which every man has many, not on your past misfortunes, of which all men have some. Whatever I engage in, I must push inordinately. One may walk over the highest mountain one step at a time. Most people never run far enough on their first wind to find out they've got a second. That which does not destroy strengthens. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. If you hear a voice within you say, "You cannot paint," then by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced. The scope of one's personality is defined by the magnitude of that problem, which is capable of driving a person out of his wits. Self-control is strength, right thought is mastery, calmness is power. Strength does not come from physical capacity, it comes from an indomitable will. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. Strong minds suffer without complaining. Weak minds complain without suffering. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. If you're going through hell, keep going. Never give up on something that you can't go a day without thinking about. Even if you're on the right track, you'll get run over if you just sit there. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Inspiration exists, but it has to find us working. Strength and growth come only through continuous effort and struggle. Patience, persistence, and perspiration make an unbeatable combination for success. You gain strength, courage, and confidence by every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. The world breaks everyone, and afterward, some are strong at the broken places. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. What man actually needs is not a tensionless state, but rather the striving and struggling for some goal worthy of him. In the depth of winter, I finally learned that within me there lay an invincible summer. Mental toughness is essential to success. Physical stamina is the root of mental toughness. It is not the mountain we conquer, but ourselves. You may have to fight a battle more than once to win it. It takes energy, mental toughness, and spiritual reinforcement to successfully deal with life's opportunities and to reach your objectives. Tough times never last, but tough people do. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Watch your step. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. Don't say, "If I could, I should." Say, "If I can, I will." Argue for your limitations, and sure enough, they're yours. It's not the load that breaks you down, it's the way you carry it. It is your reaction to adversity, not the adversity itself, that determines how your life story will develop. Do not pray for an easy life, pray for the strength to endure a difficult one. Enthusiasm is common, endurance is rare. The will to prepare has to be greater than the will to win. Champions aren't made in the gyms. Champions are made from something they have deep inside them, a desire, a dream, a vision. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. Strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength. A lot of people are afraid to tell the truth, to say no. That's where toughness comes into play. Toughness is not being a bully. It's having backbone. Without the strength to endure the crisis, one will not see the opportunity within. It is within the process of endurance that opportunity reveals itself. When you come out of the storm, you won't be the same person who walked in. That's what this storm's all about. Developing mental toughness isn't just about being resilient. It's about accessing your reserve tank when you think you just can't go any further. A hero is an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles. You have no control over other people's taste, so focus on staying true to your own. Too many people believe that everything must be pleasurable in life. Make the mind tougher by exposing it to adversity. Today, I will do what others won't, so tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it. In terms of instilling the values of mental toughness and work ethic, discipline is the gift that keeps on giving. Make sure your worst enemy doesn't live between your own two ears. Change what you can, manage what you can't. The mental game is more about subtraction than it is addition. Pain is temporary. It may last a minute or an hour or a day or a year, but eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it lasts forever. It's about mental toughness. Mental toughness is everything. Your mental well-being should be one of the most important cares in your life. I don't stop when I'm tired. I stop when I'm done. Where the head goes, the body follows. Perception precedes action. Right action follows the right perspective. No limes, no limits, no excuses. Which quote did you like the most? Share your opinion in the comments. One day, you will regret that you did not hear these quotes earlier. Do not lose the opportunity. Watch our next video and subscribe.